Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is the first time you are visiting my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Samuel Soundwave. There are some weeks in Nigeria when many important stories happen at the same time, and they all connect in surprising way. This is one of those weeks. On one side, Atiku Abubakar is making a major political announcement about the 2027 election. On other side, the economy is under pressure, with inflation rising. At the same time, business leaders like Atiku Dangote are gaining global recognition, and in the financial market, companies like Separate Energy are reaching new milestones. All of these stories are happening together, and they help us understand where Nigeria is today. Let's all start with Atiku Abubakar. In a recent interview, he said clearly that the 2027 presidential election will be his last attempt. This is a very important statement. Atiku has been trying to become president for over 20 years. He contested in 2027, 2011, 2015, 2019, and 2023. He has lost at 3 different stages, sometimes in the party primaries, sometimes in the general election. Now, at 78 years old, he is trying that 2027 election will be his final try. This change the political situation. If it means every decision he makes now is part of the last chapter of his political journey. He also made a strong statement about the current government led by Bola Tinubu. He described Tinubu's leadership as disappointment and said that if this opposition come together, Tinubu will be easy to defeat. This kind of statement shows confidence, but it is also increased expectation. If the opposition fails to unite or lost again, such body claim could be backfire. Atiku also talked about zoning, the idea that people should rotate between the north and south. He urged that the south has held power longer, since 1999, and suggests that fairness should be considered. The presidential responded quickly, saying Tinubu should complete 2 terms before power shift again. This shows that the zoning debate will be a major issue ahead of 2027 election. One of the most interesting parts of Atiku interview was his position on who should be the opposition candidate. He said the correlation, especially within the ADC, might choose a candidate through consensus instead of a competitive primary. More importantly, he said he will support Peter Obi or anyone else who engage through a fair process. This is a big statement. A man who has run for president for 5 times is now saying he could support someone else. This could mean he's ready to compromise for unity, or it could be part of political negotiations. Either way, it shows that the opposition is still deciding its direction. Now, let us look at the business side of the story. Atiku Dangote has been named again among the 100 most influential people in the world by Time magazine. This is his 2nd time on the list. This recognition is not just about him as a person. It reflects the importance of his business project, especially the Dangote refinery. This refinery is one of the most largest in the world and is expected to improve fuel supply in Nigeria and across Africa. At the time when global oil markets are unstable, this kind of infrastructure becomes very important. Another major business story is the performance of separate energy. The company's share price has crossed 10,000 naira for the first time in Nigeria history. This is a big milestone in the country's capital market. It shows that investors are willing to put money into Nigeria companies when they see strong leadership and potential for growth. Part of this success is linked to investment from Tony Erumeru. His company acquired a significant stake in separate, and this boosted confidence in the market. The business successes are important because they show that even in difficult times, there are positive developments in Nigeria private sector. However, the economic situation remains challenging. Nigeria inflation rate has risen to 15 to 38%. Food prices are increasing and transportation costs are going up. This is partly due to rising fuel prices caused by global tensions, including conflict in the Middle East. For ordinary Nigerians, these numbers are not just statistics. They affected daily life, the cost of food, transport, and basic needs. These are also discussions about possible financial support from international organizations like the International Monetary Funds. This shows that Nigeria, like many countries, is dealing with economic pressure. When you put everything together, you see a comprehensive picture. Politically, the opposition is trying to unite and prepare for 2027 Atiku announcements, add urgency to that process. Economical, there are both positive and negative signals. Businesses are growing and gaining recognition, but inflation and cost of living remain serious concern. Looking back, some analysis compare this moment to 2015 when the opposition defeated the ruling party. At the same time, three things were important public factions with the government's economic challenges and a united opposition. The question now is whether those conditions will exist again in 2027. Will the opposition party agree on one strong candidate? Will economy pressures influential voters? And will the political environment allow a fair contest? These are the questions that will shape Nigeria's future. In the end, this week shows that Nigeria is a country of countries. Political ambitions, economic struggling, and business success all happen at the same time. What matters is how these forces come together in months ahead. Thank you for watching my video.